sin. We need the Holy Spirit, please let the chaplain in. Here at the front door, chilling with a childish grin. We can now begin. Now the truth be told, we're riding on the light to let the youth get old. And following the one that will soothe your soul and take your bad situation and improve your role to release your flow. It's a long stretch to loosen all the nooses from the baby's necks. And tell the young ladies they should save the sex. And tell the young guys not to break their neck for the place of sex, but get the paycheck. And real women really don't play that. A wise lesson learned really way back. I used to okay that. The Lord saved me, Jack, from a life of whack. Come on. Into the black light, into the mask. Oh, yeah, into the black light, into the mask. Yeah, you might want to start paying attention on this next verse. You akin to me. The black light, give me your attention for a minute. Damn. Come on. We from the same cut, but playing different positions. A top secret message got the president attention. Do what you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There is a plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We on to get up, the hell with that down low. Cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's been cloudy, so I doubt that you remember that I walk with the king of kings inside me. Just like the root in India, I read. I volunteer, no, the Lord didn't hire me. It is the spirit that inspired me. Water of life to show the chief where the fire be. We have no time for those that be acting grimy. Yeah, I get it. You see the light now? You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you free your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you. Hell, you chain yourself down mentally, spiritually. Come on, free your mind, dude. You a king. Free your mind, chick. You a queen. Let me get something with some feel to it, some funk to it. Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean, soul, Caribbean. Yeah. Yes, bounce to this. I'm just a black man, title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And would you figure, Mr. Man, while you're kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat? You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, past sinful acts. Be very nimble, jackal, till we get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not the idle cats. It's deeper than tats and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoiled brats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terrible habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah, we need some 3 parts on this, man. So I can't carry my boys at chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, we need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you can work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it profit a man to gain the world and lose your soul? Into the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near to you. Far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew. heavily into the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week, intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So do the knowledge, that means hold your head, let the past stay dead, and keep a level head, and don't be misled. Remember most of what I said, I'm hot like times in a rock, but you got us hot from working on your block.
By the end of the night, how deep this music is. What is it driving the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it driving the man to gain the world and lose your soul?
Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demand it. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media bandit. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more times in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I spit. I spit flow the hit like mouth on pits, straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that these gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool.
Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it driving the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it, bro?
Ancient tiny secret now. Yes. Did you not pay attention in your history class? Partner, wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up, son. It is written that there's nothing new under the sun, nothing new. And that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So take your position. Don't you know you are part of that scripture, yo? Yo, you've been getting in the way and what you knock you down. Yes, but we gon' bring the light, yeah. A Max Speed production, baby. You know what it is. Listen, I'm known to tell you to fight back. There's no need to sell crack just to live fat. Why don't black superstars simply give back when they know it's a struggle just to live black? Can you picture that, Mr. Aristocrat? I'm coming from the bottom, rising to the top, and conscious is the tone on the CDs I drop. I won't flip-flop like a black bass, but I will put a message in the song before I hook your ass. See, we first class living, worse than slaves of the earlier days, and we adapted the ways of the slave master. I stand upon it, the fairy rock which put your people in bondage just to get 100. The big face kind, and it don't matter if it's making people lose their freaking mind. That's why I'm speaking mine. Hopefully they change yours to pull you out of these streets from these drugs and strange whores. Huh. Is anybody there? Is there love out there? Is anybody there? Is there love out there? It's like we died inside, no longer having pride. We're still for rides, a new skill to hide. And like the red tide, go and get our heads dyed. Rebel against the laws in the cities we reside. Sleep the circumstance, though our eyes open wide. Fail to coexist, let alone coincide. Eat chicken many ways, but prefer it fried. Like your man on death row when his relatives cried. It's death a mistake because somebody lied. And we can only pray that Christ is by his side. Convicted on the statement implied with no proof. Now will the warden cry that he killed another youth? I truly doubt it, that's why we stay in the booth. Just cause it ain't enough, we should demand and show proof. And if they overlook our voices, then we raise the roof. Which one of y'all do? People are seeing it, I feel like I'm a slave, maybe slave, yo man, I made a serious mistake, slave to me, slave to the system, yeah, sound like a winner right there. Come on.
A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free.
Hold up a minute, fam, let me ask you this. Did your last promotion offer you an ass to kiss? Hashtag for this. I know a better way, admit honestly. Wonder why you bastard shit. Your heart's got to be right to make you from here. For animosity and hate, you can place it here. No time for pity. We partying all the way, no time to be the victim. We got a call to take. Keep it square and watch God fall to fate. A linebacker reads well before they call to play. Hoping you always say, hoping we always pray. Invest a little bit of time in a taller day. Forget the ball and play. We got stakes in Israel with much more beef than the shark can say. Now that's the scholar's way. No lust for the cause of throwbacks. In fact, give them all the way.
A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free.
Inside my circles are deep bows and little Urkels. And need no brown types with no remorse. If they hurt you, many out to take you. Plotting schemes for your paycheck. And no, I'm not a snitch just because I come and say that. You dude, I don't play that. When my boy G-Lo was.
Yo, what's going on? What's cracking? What's cracking? What's going on, y'all? Yeah, you know what happened. No, you don't. But got busy, got tired. So, let me come on and read. So, as you see the title up there, Carrie Big, what's going on? Hey, Delusions, what's happening? Snoo, what's up, love? Oh, Mac, what's happening? What's happening? So, you know, I read this book. And I got another book of his. I'm not buying no more of his books. I'm a person. A lot of y'all know that, you know, like Robelle. When she started talking about Turner, I was the one talking about it. Nobody else was. She asked me about a book, so I had to get this book that I had for a long time. Y'all know, like, I got like 15, I don't know, maybe 20 books on Tartary. I'm not going to say that, you know, it's not about ego. And then a lot of people got followings behind this stuff because people just don't know. This is stuff I've been talking about since forever. So, somebody said that he was on Valuetainment. You know, the guy who was ex-Army, got a big following. He's American, but he's, you know, where he's from. Okay? Prussian. Okay? Well, not Prussian, but, you know, Iran. Okay? I just don't want to say that. But I like good information. I like information that is pure. I'm never sorry about anything. It's not pure information. He is verbatim on a lot of things as far as when I express to y'all to study up on Theosophical Society, Theosophy Societies, and all that. Nobody else was saying it. I was saying it. Scientology. The guy there, and Ron Hubbard, you know, all that other stuff, right? Where they believe that Aleister Crowley fell, they believe they succeeded. There have been many people, maybe millions, who have went out to the task to learn more about certain sacrifices, blood sacrifices, and all that other stuff, cult stuff. I'm tired of the word occult too. That's a by term. But regardless of that, when somebody's talking about pyramids and then their ego gets the best of them, because when you get this fiat, you know, this fake money make anybody do crazy things. And you brag about having a passport and traveling. I was doing that long before I was in the military, and I made the best out of it, in and outside the military. And I was fortunate enough to meet certain individuals who heard me speak that's not a regular. I know he didn't meet these people because the way he carried on, when you're talking about asteroids and planets and all that other stuff, the individuals who summoned me and I went to, I would have never entertained this. This individual here, Bill Carr, he is, you know what, I'm not going to tell you his bio. You look it up. What he's done, talks about psychedelics and all that. If he was that heavy on it, he would have been talking about that 20 years ago. hell, 30 years ago, right? How old is the guy? I'm not going to do his bio. You know, what's mind-boggling is it's easy to entrap anybody or cause people to capitulate to the narrative you paint. If your place of discretion is circumvented through what you have been given by the enemy, anyone can get rich off circumnavigating that whole fusillade of ideology and narratives. Okay? And he's doing more damage just because he's talking about, you know, the Sphinx over there. He don't talk about the one that's over here where they decide to carve these fake faces into a mountain based on the dichotomy of a Masonic shrine or whatever, this, you know, the individual who did it because the government employed this individual who was a government agent and his people to go up there and dynamite and create this fake Mount Rushmore. Even the word should allude to something, but most people don't see what Mount Rushmore actually is saying. It's like a spell casted. And the fact that they destroyed about 3 to 4 Sphinx over here is mind-boggling that he doesn't even speak about that, if you want to call the Sphinx. And then to allude to, you know, the pyramids being much older than, you know, being over 32,000 years, man, let's not get into time. See, when you start focusing on these dynamics of the fake pyramids that they create, okay, then you belong to them. I don't think y'all get how spells and magic works for those who believe in the word spells and magic. Hold on, let me you know, they do so much more damage. And you would think, right, but Red, you've been reading that stuff. I jump off of things because there's certain things that are more important. Me having a deeper understanding of self, right, and what's happened and what's being done. Regardless, I choose based upon what is going on. I have no issue with going back to something. This is what I'm talking about: patience and attention. Attention, or being attentive. I'm going to speak on things not based on politics. Now, I've grabbed a few things because some things are just stupid, and I know a lot of y'all hook and sinker. You know, you bite it instead of swimming free, you know, of it. But this individual, just like Neil deGrasse, Neil Tyson, whatever you want to call his name. Anyway, I'm so-called 5 years senior than him, regardless. But I look at when he started, and then I looked at what he went through. Even some of the FBI, like some of the things, are the deep classes dealing with certain Lucy in the sky with diamond. Well, whatever it is he did in order to be able to learn how to read or see. There are courses for certain individuals with certain skill talents who went to MIT or Harvard or wherever, right? Anytime you say those words to me, Yale, Harvard, MIT, or anything, right off the bat, you're an agent. You deal in chaos, no matter how subtle or subtle it is. I read the book, and he's just crazy about thought. I believe he's part of that which wants to create or bring something back that is not meant to be, or to communicate, or to play the game that they're playing. Let's say, hypothetically. All right, I'm not going to throw no truth in the wind because your focus shouldn't be any of that. I read because I am able to see things. Not always like right off the bat. There are times when I'm meditating, if you want to, we use that word meditating. It's more than that. There are times when I am looking, and I'm looking for that funnel with my eyes wide open, not wide shut. But I close my mind off, right? Allow my heart to become numb for a moment. It's not emptying. And then when I start seeing, you know how the honeycomb looks? I start seeing that funnel, and then I see it start going, and I want to wait until it's going up or in a certain direction. That's why I face true south, which is actually what they call north. So I face the center of this magpie. And I imagine this giant mountain, this thing that I've seen in my sleep, this darkness, this magnetic. It's not from my reading. There's a reason why I've got the book Flatlanders, because it alludes to that which I only dreamt about. So when I was conversing with somebody, it was like, yo, Red, you know, you might want to read Flatlanders. I think there's something in there. I was like, get out of here. So I ordered the book, received it. I read it to you guys. And then I says, you know what, I'm going to order the other books. So I think I bought like 3 or 4 of one book. Actually, the book was, what was the name of that book? Oh, The Arctic Home in the Vedas. And I sent out and gave away 3. And I kept one for myself. I might have another one. I don't know. I think it's upstairs or it's out in the shed. But, and there it was. And then I remember the iron. The pure iron that never rusts. It still stands over in Hindustan. And it's not the only one. And upon further reading, I says, I need to watch a video of him talking. And I didn't watch the Valuetainment one. I saved it for later. I don't know. I might watch it in a week or 2. I don't know. I like watching guys bushcraft and stuff. The other things I like, you know, Will Survive. He's made it through 2 times. You know, there's certain individuals I really enjoy watching them grow in their youth, in their 20s and stuff. Teens, too. But it says it's the beginner's guide. I've got about 30 or 40 books on Toph, Emerald Tablets, this, that. And, you know, there's a lot of Masons and all these other people who swear by this stuff. And they're not talking to you about nothing eternal. They're not talking about, you know, Bill Carson's an African American. That should ring bells. I was the first one, 27. When was I? I would say it was about 2004, 2003 or 4. And nobody else. I didn't hear from nobody else. 2004, I was over in, I was in Brooklyn. I was in Bed-Stuy. We was over by a park. We were all just chatting. Some gunfire was going off in the background. We were chatting. And this one guy, he really, you know, really a bad, so-called bad butt. And I was like, yo, man, I got some gloves in my my RV. Let's put the gloves on, bro. You know, a lot of guys out here boxers, you know, it's something in the water, in the atmosphere, but a lot of y'all don't know who you are. A lot of you, there's a reason why there's certain group or certain individuals in certain areas, and they don't even know how it came to be. A lot of these people you would consider the remnants of the bloodline of the Olmeca. Yeah, in Brooklyn. Just like in Chicago, in certain areas, just like in Detroit, they are in, and you can see by their antics, their acts, their very big feet. I'm just pointing out some things that I'm privy to. And there's a whole lot of other things, and I'm not here to dribble and dance around that. But I remember saying to them, you know, y'all, you got these brothers here talking about, I think IUIC was becoming something at that time, but there was this other group, and they're talking about they're the true Jews and everything, and I used to be like, yeah, okay, yeah, you're the true Jews. But I used to play with it. Remember, I had to drag people in somewhere to carry them somewhere else. And I says, how come you guys never speak about being Judean? Judah. Y'all say, oh, I'm the tribe of Judah. No, Judean is the people in themselves. They have the enemy who reason why I went to and read this as is, right? Reason why I read this, because I said this is I think it's paramount that, you know, this is important. And that's why I did it the other day. When you look at Revelation chapter 2, verse 9, they call themselves Jews, but they are not real Jews. See, that's not how it was. It was, they are not Jews. There's no such thing as a Jew. You got to remember Hollywood and everything painted that. That's why it was important for me to go ahead and break down INRI and read it to you where the word Rex, meaning king or Khan, came from. But then they want you to say T-Rex, the king of the dinosaur, and Godzilla. They want to take everything and keep you far away from it. Your Judeans, so-called 12 tribes or regiments or whatever, or families, whatever, right? They are not Jews. Israel, they say, is a people, a staple of what? A Judean. When it says that the Creator will give them a land, it doesn't say they're going to take it and murder a whole lot of folk. See, The hypocrisy is deeper than you can understand. And yet this guy, I'm not going to call him no names, Billy Carson, he's telling some truths. But see, how do you find purity and listen to somebody with a lot of absurdities? You know how easy it is for me to become a millionaire right now, other than my daughter just depositing it in my account? Do you know how easy it is? Right now, if I wanted to, I can go and have 7 people who know me very well, because there was one on the res like, yo, man, I'll give you 20. Remember I was talking about building a food truck. Then the fake demic happened. I had to take that money back from out of Phoenix. Yes, I was having a food truck. I was supposed to get back surgery and have food trucks starting to be built. Yes, to my design. To sell the best wholesome meals, but at appropriate portions twice a day. He's going to give me $15,000. A friend of mine who I welded with, divorced. His wife was very drunk and on pills. I did my best to work with her. She was drinking the Navajo tea and all that, and that just made her worse. I don't even know if she's still alive. I don't seek no death for her. She was a wonderful individual, but he divorced, and his work was always about, I built him his chicken coop and showed him how to get things to, so they can eat from the chicken coop. It's not a lot of worms on the rest, y'all. There are ants and stuff like that, and moths and flies and all that kind of stuff. But I showed them what to do with the compost. You know what I'm saying? And how the chickens can eat from that. You just got to keep water feeder, good mineral water, and with no chlorine and fluoride because it messes the meat up. And his chickens are small and the best damn chase chicken in the world, and they ain't got all these chemicals and stuff that these people, Jaw Swab and all these people should be summarily court-martialed. But I don't want to partake in that. I'm not here to stop what they're doing. It's up to you guys. All right? So anyway, he's like, I'll give you 15,000. 15,000 for I said you'll be going in 10 to 15% until it gets up and running. And I get 3 or 4 trucks, and I have the people, because then I'm gonna need co-assistant managers to make sure the food and everything is purchased from the same place other than growing it ourselves. And he was like, damn, Red, how you learn? You on the res, you growing corn faster and bigger and harvesting twice, when everybody's growing this yellow and GMOs. I was like, it's not about that. It's not about perception. That's a lie. It's not about one overcoming everyone. It's about one becoming one with everyone. I see things different. Now, I could easily go in the dark, bro. The thing is, the majority of people are so busy being antagonized and then being antagonist towards everyone. How can you come together? And everybody runs to this stuff because the world has been duped. And as long as you're getting the lies as a truth, and you're getting some truth incorporated with those lies that seem to be a truth, it's hard to break free from that. Do you understand what I was explaining to y'all about when things reprobate mind or repetitive? The energy, the fact that y'all are creating the war, you are establishing the 15-minute cities. You are establishing the nonsense that right now we can have 3 times more carbon emissions and it wouldn't do no damage. That's not the stuff that's causing the problem. Somebody had a problem and I said, stop having your babies get them shots. So I know 30 people who have had their at home, their baby hooked up. They said, man, their baby's like a damn super baby. They said the baby learning, they 4 and 5 and 7 years old. They're learning 3 and 4 or 5 languages they're doing. They didn't go to no school, and they don't like eating meat. No, I'm dead serious, y'all. But nobody wants to listen because the enemy wants to control the narrative to keep everybody focused, deliver energy to consummate what they're doing. But there's nothing that they're doing that's any good. Billy Carson plays a part of that. How can you go further in yourself? I'd rather y'all be around monks learning how to find silence and peace than to expand that. Come on back to me. What's going to happen is going to be, I guess y'all say, miraculous, marvelous. Y'all having a hard time knowing that they are stuck in what they're doing, listen to me. They are. They can watch 100 times. They have all the little ages and goofiness and everything else. It don't mean nothing. They are their own hindrance, and you are playing a part in lifting them, putting them on a pedestal. And I'm not talking about for grandeur. Anytime you talk about them, you supply them. Because y'all really don't know how things work. It's bigger than what I'm saying. You know? He has so much more to learn. I mean, this is him walking around with his crap on, looking like a goof. If you're focused on things from the past, let's say this is an experiment. Guarantee you it's not. Oh, there are experiments, but most of y'all don't want to listen to what somebody has to say outside of what you think you know. This is a fact. Otherwise, y'all have been hitting me up when I slumber. Y'all have been hitting me up. There's one individual, Snoo. I see things. And there's times when she's mentioned to me and I'm like, yep. And I'm not going to explain here. There's a lot of things that go on. And y'all don't get it. I know when people are really, really putting in the work. And I know when some people are putting in the work, but they're holding on to a mind state of confusion, excuse me. Everybody wants to be so right that they won't allow themselves to accept the fact that they've been wrong. How can you start being righteous if you are still illuminating the deviance? And I ain't talking about porn and sex and all that goofy nonsense, please. Y'all were created to be like bunny rabbits, unbeknownst to you. Yes. Okay. You know what I'm talking about. You can quadruple the number of people on this earth and it would never be overpopulated. But because you still are sitting here want to hold on to you did the right thing. Some of you say even this ignorant thing. I did the right thing without knowing. No, you didn't. Everyone questions things. I know some of you, when you're doing your slave job, you're saying, is it a good idea to have my son or my daughter at that school? But you're not listening to your inner truth. But it's always there. And then when you get past it, you accept your responsibility and you make it responsible because, all right, they're there, they've gotten this part of the time. The problem is the part of the time or the period that you're in, everything is for destruction, an illusion. It does not work eternally. A lot of you don't know what it's like to break free. Look at Ruby Ridge, right? The brother was a Green Beret. And he had these punks in the FBI go up there to murder him for what? There was nothing legal about anything. Serpico and hundreds of other police officers tell you about the system, but you don't deal with it because you see all these fake magistrates and fiduciaries and everything else. You allow it. Because why? You have this fake blackness movement. You have fake preachers who are liars. The biggest liars. The most sickest individuals. And because you don't know how to free yourself, because you still entertain those who do. You have to cut yourself. You know how we always say, I'm cut from a different cloth. Why are you holding on to rags? Keeping that dirty paper in your Rolodex. That sticks to everything else and ruins it so you can never attain that piece of paper because now you got to throw away the bad one that stuck to the ones that were good. You know, whenever I'm reading The Complete Guide to Astrology, when I look at things, I read things because it's indicative of who I am and my world of research and what I've been finding. Just like this AM, right? About 6:30, I took a cold. I don't have my thing no more because I had holes in it. So I got to get another one. Them things are kind of expensive, you know, for the cold plunge tubs, the ones you step into. the little ladder. So I used to have it, and I got rid of it finally. So I got to get another one. So I went in my tub, which is small, because mostly I take showers. Not really like where I grew up with or where I lived at with a big tub. And me and another, my female, my sister, we can get in the tub together. No, this one, I just ran cold water through the filter. I didn't have a bag of ice. I took the temperature, and it was like 48 degrees. 48 degrees is perfect. I like to add ice, get it colder. And I recorded it, got in with my swimming trunks, got in, sat in there, I don't know, about 12 minutes. Got a little cramp, but had to stand up because, it's like that causes the body to contract. But it's what the liver, the enzyme, what it releases, It's when you're talking about, like yesterday when I was talking about the NMN, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. How it helps to correct things. He's not talking about that. He probably has the $10,000, dollar water filtration, alkalinization, Kangen water-like thing in his home, as well as his home green garden to pick his fruits and vegetables. See, that's what y'all never learn about. So he doesn't talk about how to better the health, to have better the wealth of existing and being. Everything is how to go from rags to riches, fiat. Everything is about this illusory to drag people in because you think you're getting the story and its puzzle pieces, and he's not going to sit there and break them down because he's going to talk in a way where it's influence based on the world of fame, which is lies. You're going to accept it because, hey, look at the books look at what he did. Look at it. No. It's easy to become a millionaire. Easy, guys. Now I say, if you got the drive, how about those of us who don't want to have a drive for it because we know it's BS? Some of you are still stuck wanting to make the bag. You see, the reason why they mess with the views and everything here is not just to keep everybody else from looking, and they know all your background, so they know the relationships you have. They watch you every day. They know, especially the agents, but they know a lot of you are not family oriented, and you're not going to share it with nobody. You're not going to have nobody sit down. Rondo and everybody said the same thing I said. Oh man, I should have been well over 100,000 people easily, but because these individuals, they're fake Jews, because there ain't no such thing as a Jew. Okay, it's a lie. Even he will sit there and talk as if they exist, like they're real. It's something in history. When they only wrote, that's why I tell you, pay attention when you're reading stuff. Show you that they have been complicit in the lies. They're a perversion. They are a perversion. While the true Judeans, that's why I have an issue with a lot of pale skins or light skins in America. Because a lot of them are just the stupidest end of, I don't care about what they've accomplished, what seat they have, what they have done. It is meaningless because they don't know the truth, and their ignorance is subliminally supreme. You want to talk about books showing you're not from Africa? This ain't even a tenth of the books, y'all. Around my chair, around under my bed. You want to talk about books? If you want to get into Jack D. Forbes and everything else, alluding to the fact there ain't no such thing as no goddamn African American. But because you have enough dumb people who have witnessed pain and suffering in a system that is corroborating the corruption created by the Rockefellers and everything else, by fake name, Theodore Albert Herzl, it's not enough to stand that information that you have a bunch of idiots on this so-called globe, which is not running around pouring all their energy out in ignorance and fabricating and making things that shouldn't be. You're not some indigo means what? Remember I showed you the blue, purplish blue, indigo, where the word Indian comes from. Because you're more than that. You're not somebody running around with some damn loincloth on and feather in your friggin' head and all that goofiness. Ceremonially, regardless of what happened, It was different from us walking around, because if you go back to the 18, 19, we walked around in the finest clothes because we showed them how to dress. A lot of people forgot. They came over here and they had to learn again, and who they learned from. When you point out we've had to rebuild everything during the Reconstruction era, they don't want to show you the pictures and the videos of all the melanated individuals, so-called Negroes, who ain't from Ham, with all these fake Christians and everybody else running around on our soil with their fake white Jesus and everything else. It says the Jews killed Jesus, who was the leader of the Judeans. Again, look up what INRI means. I read it to you utilizing this brother right here, Benjamin H. Friedman. You know the problem with a lot of these pale skins? You know what the problem is? They can't accept the fact that they're the original real slaves. You were not. Not near one of you. POWs. Slave, not near one of you come from some damn slave. Oh, but we got videos, man. If you don't stop with your retardation. I don't watch 15 of them Satchmo Joe was talking about. Yeah, well, and they never really said they was a slave. I think one female, old, 93 years old or something like that, 100, whatever. But even she, in that video, I think I got it saved. I'm going to see if I can do a reactionary to it. She never admitted to being no slave. She's talking about the hard times. We're talking about after the war. And all these monkeys getting off the boat coming here in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, running around murdering our people for the land because this fake government was putting them up to it with agents in the field. And y'all still have a hard time coming together? Because people like this one, with that sister who redid what's the name's book, and she's using the term black and all that. Her went to the same school, Christian. All right, it's upstairs. Like I said, I got a bunch of them, and when we're talking about the old world, she's pushing the black narrative, possibly out of Africa. These are the ones put to the task to keep you running around farther from the truth. And some would say, well, what is the truth? I don't even like the word the truth. How about just reestablishing order? Because most people don't have no order. It's disorder. You ever heard the idiots that say, in order to, you have to, what you call it, something out of chaos. I forget. These sayings I don't like. It's obvious. It's right there, and I don't like the stuff coming over my tongue. Order out of chaos. Make that make sense. Then that takes you back to the Big Bang, which is a complete horse caca. I said I ain't come to stop nothing. That's because I didn't. But I came to make sure that there's some balance. And some of you are starting to, I see this now all of a sudden, I've been saying it, and all of a sudden now there's 5 videos talking about balance and order. And they don't know the first thing of what they're talking about. I'm going to do my best to read today. Hopefully nobody knocks on my door. Hey, can you give me a ride? You going to pay some gas today, baby. Bruh, listen, man. I can drop you off over there. That's taking me an hour out of my way. But, I don't say no to the people around. And people call me because, I babysit the kids, talk to kids. It's not using me because it's not all the time. But it's, how things happen in 3s? It happens in 9s to me. I can't say it. And trust me when I tell you it happens in 9s. It does. And there's a reason, I guess. Things always change, y'all. Whether for good or bad. you really, really need to pay attention. So if I do come on today and read, I really need you to listen to me, what I'm expressing to you. And I need you to research it. I need you to go and find out what you can. Y'all know I'm stubborn, right? Because I told you so. And trust me when I tell you when I am. I really don't want to be doing this. Can I be bought and paid? No. But I have stipulations on how to deal with the ignorant. It wouldn't bother me at all if I was to disappear and not tell my story or anything. But see, the enemy who's playing a part, thinking they're going to dictate when I tell the story, when I have 12 individuals that know the story and they're scared to even talk about it. All right? These are the most humblest individuals. They don't have TVs in their house. They don't go to the movies. They have a family. The family gets it. They do what they got to do. They are very prosperous. The enemy, because they don't have no league of truth, but only the desire of destruction. They're adamant in their foolish aptitude. And you are playing a major part in that. Now, I know there's people who I am eternally bonded to, and I share their stuff and everything because I enjoy what they do. Magnificent. But I know they have an issue when I talk religion, this, that, and other. There is no such thing as religion other than the lie of it. Who would need a God? I'm not saying something doesn't exist, but in the turmoil, it's got everybody running around delusional. Who would need a God to allow something to live that was never meant to be? Because it says, and this is what we gave it free will, but the same bastards that convince you of that were murdering people. And then they come up with this thing, oh, well, I can be forgiven on a Sunday outside the day when I heard them singing to Lucifer going, and my friend going, do they know that you, and I'm looking at these individuals, and then that's when the little lady came out. Besides, this is the one, the little lady in the dark purple, looking like an old 200-year version of little Annie. Eyes with big black coal as whiter than this. Came out to the corner down the hill and squatted and pissed. I don't know what she did. I just know we got the heck up out of there. No, I wasn't scared. I was just like, man, if she come running this way, I'm going to do things that will make the history in Italy. Yeah, I heard him. My boy can speak Italian. He's from Chicago. He's half Italian and half. And he was like, and that was a few of us that day. That wasn't just me and him that one time when we was talking with the guy, waiting on the real pizza with the 2 bottles of wine, expensive we already bought. And then the eyes went like this first and then like that. That's not a game. It's the first time it happened to me, not the last. But he is the most, he's still in Illinois. I think he's supposed to be moving to the country, but Nebraska, I think. And because of me. But he farms. And he big, boy. He's half Italian or Sicilian and us. And his grandmammy always told him, you were Indian, boy. Don't worry about that damn, this is how she talk. Don't worry about that damn wop blood. No, I'm serious, y'all. Y'all from Chicago, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how your mammies back in the day, from the period of time I'm from, y'all know how they felt about certain individuals, all right? All right? So, when that woman did that, you know, it was like 5, we were like, nigga, what? Man, we all was walking like we was doing the speed walk. You know them shorts they wear that be flapping? We looking like straight up, walking away like big old girls. Because we was walking fast, yo. We like, everybody saw it. Because she couldn't help but see it come out. He said, yeah, they singing Lucifer something. I was like, what? I said, can we get somewhere where we can hear it closer? That's when she came out. And she looked right up at us. As man, listen here, man. I mean, white, bro. I mean, I don't have white. I'm not albino, bro. Not where you can see pink and flush and all. White. Like powder, talcum powder. With this purple velour, whatever that dress with the 3 black white whatever the buttons. I didn't even take time. I was like, was those buttons black or white? I didn't even ask. She pulled that stuff up, looking like something out of the Holocaust, right? And squatted. And listen, man, He was gone. All right? As far as the 90, 87, 85-year-old Masonic woman and men, and that big dude looking like Brutus over in the corner that never turned, looked up, looked like if I made a mistake, he would have took me out to the drink and I never came back. But anyway, and this location where it was in Edinburgh, Scotland, to drink them 12 drinks and have to do it twice because I only made it to the 11th, the first one. I have a story to tell. And they would bequeath them to not be so damn stupid as they are. But like I said, I'm enjoying it all the way around. The hypocrisy of ignorance, the stunningness. I mean, look at all the people in comedy and everything else that's selling you out. Look at Whoopi, goofiness, Goldberg. Look at these fools. And they've sold y'all under because y'all listen to them. You follow, you pay attention to them. And they rob you. You want to know what a succubus is? The corporation. Entertainment. I'm not here to, I gave y'all one little form of entertainment. And I said it because it was with purpose. I got to go to the gun range today, and I dry fire, but I need to go and span some rounds because you don't use it, you lose it. Okay, so that's why I got a few things that I'm gonna run. It's gonna be my truck gun. I'm not gonna. I like my what you call it, but this is gonna be it. So I want to make sure. I want to do some. I want to put like 200 rounds through it today, just like crazy, like I'm talking about like non-stop speed loading, and see how some of the upgrades work. So that's where I'll be heading. I haven't eaten nothing, so I'm probably just gonna make me a fruit shake, some blueberries. I see, and my ginger, a wild berry. I don't know. I'll throw it together. I'll see. I don't want to have a lot of energy and a pep and hype because I don't like that. And I'll be back. I will read today. Nothing out of the norm happens. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's summertime, so you would think in the wintertime, people want to do this, that, and the other. And I really wanted to go down to Wild Wheat because, you know, I want to do a little camping thing. I want to do some camping and just show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like subtle ways. Some of y'all know about it, you know, camping and stuff. But I just want to, you know, I think it would be fun. And then to cut it and edit it and then upload it. I think it'll be cool. I can go live over there because they have the net. So we'll see. But yeah, guys, I know people purchased the book, right? I mean, it's not overpriced or nothing like that. Just be mindful with the stuff that you read. You know, when you start reading it, if you start believing without knowing, accepting it for where it's at, so believing it, you give it energy. These things are directions. Y'all know what I'm talking about? What is the education system? Isn't it a direction to make you a better slave, worker bee? Who only operates for the king or the queen, right? The queen. And then somebody comes around and they put little dots on the back of them. You're not insects, people. You're not animals, people. You're not people, actually, either. I'm supposed to be reading, so I'm going to read. Let me go ahead and get out of here and do what I got to do. It's, wow, it's just 9, I guess 9 something. That thing's wrong. I appreciate you guys. When we read today, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to read that over there. I'm going to go ahead, and as I was stating, I'm going to go ahead and throw down. I got all the books all over the place. I've been really going through the books lately and just digging out some more information. And I'm like, what are you doing all that for? Well, it's to benefit you. It's not to benefit me. So we're going to get a little bit of Science of the Sacred Secretion. I told y'all to pay attention. Baby Girl Slaughter did a reading on it. And The Power of Now. Just a couple little pieces out of that. and then we'll go ahead and we'll get into fact check, facts are facts, and we'll take it, you know, all the way down to the Negro Project, blah, 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 blah. And it'll be a good read. I think it's good to have a few days off anyway from reading, honestly, a couple of days or a day or two. And so that way you can marinate. And I'll break down what I can, because I've been doing that a lot lately, and sometimes it'll drive a person from purchasing a book, because, and I don't want to do that, because everyone needs to be able to read these pieces of information, so that way they can see for themselves. You'd be amazed that when you're reading something, things jump out at you. I know some of you remember me saying that a few months ago. And there are times when something makes perfectly good sense, because when you look at it, see, how many of y'all, I'm going to do this and get off, but I'm going to do this. How many of you guys, when you were dealing with Revelations chapter 2, verse 9, right? When it says they call themselves Jews, but they are not real Jews. That's not how it was. Let me pull up the right one. It was always, they were called, those who call themselves Jews, but are not. It literally didn't mean that the real ones were you. It meant there was no such thing. Then when you start INRI, I-N-R-I, and learning that so-called Yeshua was a Judean, never identified as a Jew. That's why it was important for me to read certain things by the very people who embarked on your destruction and your narrative, to paint a world outside of you and convict you. And that's why they don't want to give reparations. Why would they give reparations to people on their land who are ignorant of what they're capable and they're able to do on their land? Most of y'all are just obedient slaves. You're good at being obedient. And you'll fight amongst each other. When I say obedient, it means obedient to the lie. And look at the little idiot down in Texas who killed the 2 people, the attorney, the sister, and then wounded several others. See, those are idiots, and they're everywhere. A lot of them are your nephews and nieces, and they're everywhere. You're not doing anything practical to change that or clean it up, because you're still moving and allocating yourself to a lie. I don't care about how no damn pale skin feels any way, shape, or form. That is the most meaningless, less thing that means anything. When you start becoming meaningful, like the ones I know, then what you have to say or what you feel may mean something. Until then, you're an absurdity, Go and find the original book. We had one. It was about this damn big. The book that my mammy had passed down the family, had a family tree in the back. That book was white, all just big with the gold. And I remember reading that. It was 2 Genesis and all kind of stuff up in there. Everything. Enoch, everything. You can't even find one of those. You know, you got the one guy talking about he got the 1775 Bible. That's not the original one. And these people, he's in New York, obviously. Go figure. How in the hell is one individual in New York, a piece of crap, a Jew, a fraud, a convert, is going to dictate to YouTube what should and should not be shown as far as guns? See, this is what I'm talking about, the game nobody knows about. And then YouTube goes, okay, but don't we create the fiat that pays YouTube, and then they take 103 months, and then you get, see, this is, y'all don't get it. Y'all really don't. And I still hear some dumb black folk, and that's what I'm going to call them, talking about why so-and-so got a Cashapp. Well, fool, I tell you what. Why don't you go ahead and hold on to your little fake-ass dollars and stay in your little fictional-ass world and attempt to have control where you at and separate it and divide it in your live existence. I am tired of stupid damn people who are so comfortable that they become their own purgatory and they don't know the first thing about really having fiat or existing in those circles or tables, that they wouldn't have some control, that they would be compromised because they've already compromised themselves in their ignorance. And Cashapp is until these people stop playing the game. Until you, some of you, stop playing the game. It's to order fucking books, people. So with that being said, let me get over here because I need to go ahead and get myself situated and get out here and do what I got to do, so I can get on back, hopefully a little early, and get some reading in for you guys. Stop worrying about what's going on in the world. All that worrying, you know that's energy, right? How many of y'all looked at something and it's still in your thought? How many of y'all looked at something and it's still up there? You are feeding shit. Stop feeding the nonsense. It's real. But you make it ever more present and all the more realer. You really don't know how powerful you are because you were never nurtured. You were taught. You were taught a bunch of crap. And you accepted it in ignorance because everybody else is still moving around. And when somebody passes away, the truth is not revealed, and y'all just hold it as if it's, oh, this is part of life. Y'all don't know the first thing about living, nor the first part of life. You haven't even existed in it. You say hi to everybody. All right? Anybody else come in there? Because you know the monkey's always going to come in and run. They're always going to come in, cut, and run. All right? It's T-Hans, got you. Oh my God, y'all. Carrie Big, got you. T-Hans. Baby Girl Slaughter. Yeah, exactly. Original Lone Wolf. What's going on, beloved? Yeah, Egypt is not even over there. Egypt was a period. He's stupid. Because some of my light-skinned friends, they don't want to hear it or accept the truth. So what? The hell with them. You know what? Let them be right where they are. You see what I'm saying? Let them be right. Somebody made a donation. I couldn't see it because I got a retarded update. That something else. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Devin Moore. What's up, beloved? Feather Gang. You already know. Yeah, he's full of it. I'm not here to speak hate and stuff, but you know what? I'm tired of hearing the fusillade of nonsense recklessly he spews. You know, does he talk about the pyramids over here? No, he's part of the propaganda and everything else. Charles, what's going on, beloved? That's right. Appreciate that, beloved. Carry Big, my state of glamping, grading water using a fire cooking. All right, there you go. Yeah. Anyway, oh, that was you on Baby Girl Saw that. Appreciate the donation, hon. Anyway, guys, let me go out here and get my tea. Hopefully I don't cramp up. That's the reason why I took in a minute. One more day and then I don't take it for 3 days. And come on back, roll me a nice little pain-killing blunt. I should upload the video of me doing the cold water plunge thing in the tub. No, I'll do it again. I'll do it tomorrow, whatever. I wear sweatpants. I wear swimming trunks. Recording swimming trunks and a t-shirt. Otherwise, this is, you know what I'm saying, way I came into the world. Anyway, appreciate you guys. It's nothing but respect. Like I said, we're eternally bonded. Never look at me and think it's worry. Far from it. It's me attempting to find a way where I can communicate to you in a way you may be able to access, because I really don't like this language. Okay? Ladies, gentlemen, see y'all here roughly about 4 or 5 hours maybe. Yeah. Okay? All right, guys.